Do you want to talk a little bit? I think this might be beneficial to people. Just talking about like the development process in big, like just generally big picture.
Okay.
How that kind of played out. Now we don't have to get into specifics about like what like platforms we switched, all that kind of stuff, but maybe just like from idea to developing the idea to then implementation of it, and then like going through and like launching features, testing out features, changing things, and all that. Because we started the reason I wanted to ask is like we started with smiley faces instead of stars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
you know what I mean. So like
Okay.
just that the iteration of it.
Yes, there was definitely iterations. You might have to lead this. I feel like you really took on the technical development of this, and I was more honestly looking at it from a user perspective. When we were coming up with ideas and when we would create it and then attempt to look at it and review it and be like, "Oh, this isn't it." We did have a big play on smiley faces. So
We
we thought
did.
our rating system was going to be maybe a happy face, a sad face, and maybe a neutral face or an angry face. When you go in to use something like that, there was a lot of faces. There was just a lot of faces everywhere.
And there's so many different kinds of emojis.
We
Uh,
incorporated faces into the logo initially,
yes.
which
Yep.
as you can see now, there's no smiley
So
face in the
the
logo.
color was different. The
The
color
colors went from two tones to two different
purple and
tones.
I'll call it purple and orange. You probably use different
No,
colors.
that's fine.
Yeah,
That's
purple
fine
and
to
orange to blue
blue
and
and
yellow.
yellow. Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. Um, no, so we switched from the smiley faces to your typical five-star review.
Hmm.
We also thought that that's something that you don't have to explain to anyone.
Not
Like
at
it's
all.
used in enough places that when you go onto a site, if you're leaving a review, you just know how to leave a star review. And we thought that the smiley faces kind of left for some interpretation, maybe. And so that's why we made that switch.
Yeah. Uh, to me, like the frustrating thing was, so I thought that was interesting. So change the logo, but like the frustrating thing was developing with or dealing with the developer.
Yeah.
And because you had created a really thorough Google Doc,
Mhm.
and we would go implement, or we would go create, like put our notes in it. It would get implemented. It was just, I felt like that was a very frustrating process.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. What was that?
You're good. Your hand.
Oh,
You're good. You're
she,
just getting a little excited,
yes.
that's all.
Yeah, Becca gave me the hand down
Yep.
motion, so I didn't know what you were doing. I thought
Yep.
you were landing an airplane.
I was trying to land you an
Yeah.
airplane. I was like, just
So, but I felt like that part was really frustrating.
yeah,
Like I guess I was showing my frustration by hitting
you
the
were.
thing.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely. I feel
yeah,
that. I agree. I do, and I am in no way a developer or even an expert in just our regular site that's hosted on WordPress.
yeah.
But I do have this issue. I do love to have that manual control behind the site. And when you're working with a developer, it's mostly on them. And then you're solely just communicating by giving feedback. And that's been a process for sure.
Yeah, yes. Give me the login so I can go in and change the text
Yeah.
that
Just right now, right this
yes.
second. I just want to change it now.
That because like there's also like the delay.
Yeah.
It's not just the delay, but like and then sometimes things are lost in translation,
Yep.
and that part was really really frustrating. Like I want to pull my hair out so many different times. No, we didn't. I didn't mean that. I meant this or
Yes, exactly.
wrong color there.
Yep.
But that was interesting part of the process. And then, but things did it flipped at some point where well, we've gone through a couple different developers, and then we switched over to a completely different platform, which made
I
it a
think
lot
that
better.
made the change, the
And
platform.
yeah,
Mhm.
much. Yeah, the platform we were using before just I don't think it had the capabilities of. Like, I think just the style of it. It couldn't
Agreed.
create the type of website that we wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just an old. I feel like it was an old looking early 2000s website almost.
Yeah.
It was funny because we were kind of going for something kind of in a way not like that, but like a simple design though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't think we quite did achieve your initial goal
No.
for it.
And I think that's okay. But yeah, there was a much simpler version. I do think that that could come from my MVP, so my minimum viable product,
Yep,
is very different than yours. And I think that that might,
very different.
yeah, so I think that's probably where that comes in. Like this is more of that happy medium where I would have been okay. I think we could have launched with much less. And I think it's totally fine that we didn't.
Interesting because
Yeah.
yes, I think our MVPs are way different.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like I'm still at the point where like it would like this little here, this little there
Oh,
changes,
always.
which is it's a lot of it just comes down to the user part of it. Is from a
Yeah.
user, does this make sense? Like there's some features right now that I'm working on that it drives me nuts that it's just from the coding standpoint, it's not working. And because sometimes what's interesting to me is like I'm learning all these things about the coding. Like you'll
Yeah.
do these small things that will break the entire site and
Right.
not fun at all.
No.
It's kind of like someone that screws up a case. They're tinkering with their own case and screw up the entire case.
Yeah.
That could happen.